The startling similarities between the Oklahoma City Thunder and then Buzz' last dynasty. The best team in the West is on the rise. This franchise hasn't won an NBA title since the 1970s, but led by a 26-year-old guard fresh off his first MUV trophy. It nearly won 70 games, finished with a double-digit point differential, and won the Western Conference Finals in 5 games. I'm talking, of course, about the 2014-15 Golden State Warriors, who reached their first of 5 consecutive finals a decade ago this week. But all the same characteristics apply to the 2024-25 Oklahoma City Thunder, who advanced to the finals with a 124-94 closeout win over the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday. The Thunder aren't just a typical finalist, but a historically great team, and they mirror those Warriors a decade later, due to a number of eerie similarities between the two squads. Midway through the 2010s, nobody would have reasonably expected the Warriors, who, to that point, hadn't reached the conference finals in the Stephen Curry era, to become the decade's-defining team, but they forced their way into that spot with repeated trips to the finals. Similarly, the Thunder hadn't reached the conference finals in the first half of the 2020s, but they're poised to dominate the rest of the decade, and perhaps to build a comparable dynasty of their own. The similarities start with the two teams' demographics. For now, the 2015 Warriors are the youngest title winner since 1980, with an average team age, weighted by playoff minutes, of 26.4 years. But the Thunder are even younger, at 24.7. That youth includes the two teams' leading scorers, who are at the same point of their marvelous careers. Curry was 26 years old in 2014-15, just as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is now. Curry had a 63.8% true shooting mark en route to his first move a decade ago, while new move Gilgeous-Alexander had a 63.7% true shooting mark this season. Curry's 2015 season is still, remarkably, the most recent MUV campaign that ended in a championship, and Scar has a chance to join him in that feat. Their sidekicks also look familiar. Klay Thompson was a 24-year-old two-way star who made his first All-NBA third team when the Warriors embarked on their first title run. Jalen Williams is a 23-year-old two-way star who received his first All-NBA third team nod this year. Draymond Green was a 24-year-old positional tweener from the Midwest who received first-team All-Defense honors. Chet Holmgren is a 22-year-old unicorn from the Midwest who led the league in rim defense and would have contended for All-Defensive recognition if he had been eligible. But wait, there's more. Iguodala was a 31-year-old defensive savant who elevated the Warriors when he entered games as a reserve. Alex Caruso is the same for the Thunder, just a year younger. Iguodala earned finals MUV honors that season. Could Caruso follow suit? Andrew Bogut was a defensively stout foreign center who started games, but didn't always finish them, averaging 23 minutes in Golden State's playoff run. Isaiah Hartenstein is practically the same, with 24 minutes instead of 23. Both teams also made a critical offense for defense trade as they built out their rosters. The timelines don't match perfectly, but the Warriors traded a gifted guard in Monta Ellis because he was a worse playmaker than Curry, and an ace defender, Bogut, was a better fit for the team. Similarly, the Thunder traded a gifted guard in Josh Giddey to the Chicago Bulls because he wasn't as good as Gilgeous-Alexander, and an ace defender, Caruso, made more sense for their rotation. Golden State and Oklahoma City also traveled along similar paths through the playoffs en route to the finals, even as critics doubted their ability to translate such tremendous regular season success to the postseason. Remember all the talk a decade ago about how a three-point-centric team like the Warriors couldn't possibly win in the playoffs? It sounded a lot like the narrative this year about how opponents didn't fear the Thunder because they hadn't won the title before. The 2015 Warriors and 2025 Thunder both swept the 8 seed in the first round. With a big comeback win in Game 3, Golden State stormed back from 20 points down in the fourth quarter in New Orleans. Curry's ludicrous tying three-pointer over Anthony Davis highlighted the comeback, while Oklahoma City overcame a 29-point deficit in Memphis. Then both teams had to survive a gut check against a veteran, playoff-tested squad in the second round, after falling behind 2-1 in the series. The Warriors came back against the grit and grind Memphis Grizzlies to win in 6 games, while the Thunder used multiple fourth-quarter comebacks to beat the recent champion Denver Nuggets in 7. Both teams used a novel defensive wrinkle. The Warriors had bogeyed guard, non-shooter Tony Allen, and the Thunder put Caruso on 3-time MVP big man Nikola Jokic to pave the way to victory.